Hello everyone, welcome back to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Hello. Hi Planta, hello XQuit, hello Omoni and Jar. Tavin, after 10 minutes after a 10 minutes break, I'll have my last lesson for today. More time to play an ST banger in the background. Dude, I haven't had time to play NST at all this week ever since I did my PB any percent run, and it's been a struggle. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to time trial weekend because I miss playing the game. But yeah, boys and girls, last time in Last Defense Academy we figured out a bunch of secrets from this route. One of them was that Yugamu was the perpetrator of not everything, but he was the person in the suit either way, and that wasn't necessarily that much shocking to me. And I knew that Yugamu was not involved with the killings either way. He was just dressing up to drive everyone to fear and get to experience their despairful faces to sort of satiate his bloodlust. And then Tsubasa and Takumi found out that there was an external storage device in this little invader here, and we used that to like develop the bioweapon to defeat Daosha or whatever the fuck. And none of these invaders like recorded patterns matched up with the killings, so basically we just oh, music a bit loud, I forgot to lower the volume, sorry. So yeah, we figured out that this guy was not involved with the killings, and of course Yugamu is not either, so there was an imposter and an actual killer. So here's like the thing, there's a few things I want to talk about here. So a few more people died. Gaku and Yugamu and Kyoshika died now. After we sort of imprisoned Yugamu in the strange room because of what he was doing, we let Gaku hide the suit and the saw, and then we found his body dead in the library. According to Hiroko, there was a struggle here in the library, so that implies that the killer got Gaku to reveal to them where they hid the objects, and then they killed Gaku here with the power saw. Yugamu was found dead later, and Kyoshika as well. In Kyoshika's case, they even drugged the water in the cafeteria with sleep medicine to make us not like hear any screams during the night, so she was killed during the night. And yeah, so here's like the thing, both Yugamu and Kyoshika's doors were broken, so that's something to keep in mind. We finished the session right after we battled Daosha, and then we had like a weird conversation with Hiroko, and Hiroko started revealing a lot of things about her. She revealed that she is not necessarily a time looper, but she revealed that she has lived through a past, and she has died before in that past, and that was the Box of Calamity past, the Ghost Unmasked, and I forgot the other ending, but sort of those same routes. And she was ultimately the one that wrote the message on the blackboard to make us leave the academy, because she lived through the future in which we stayed in the academy, which we played, and everyone died. So she was the one trying to prevent that, and she's been very sketchy lately. She noticed that some murders had a different weapon to them. Namely, it was Takemaru, Kurara, Shoma, Darumi, and the twins, I believe. I think that was the sequence, and that was the period after the killer had pursued Takumi and Nozomi after the day of Moko's death. And we know from Nozomi that on that day she kicked the assailant into the pool in the leisure lounge, and then that's where Yugamu found the suit and the saw. So after that day, it seems like the killer did not have access to the saw because they didn't know, I guess, Yugamu was with them, and they had to use a different weapon. Now, here's the thing. Takumi, the twins, and Darumi were... Hello, Sabium. Hello. Takumi, the twins, and Darumi were in the metal shop when Takumi was trying to figure out, like, a new weapon to defend themselves. And then we had this sort of, like, I don't even know if it was a blackout that he had in his consciousness or whatever the fuck. I just know that when he came to again, like, everyone was out of the metal shop and he was still buried in the book, and they reported the second Takumi appearance. And then later down the line, we heard Kako saying that Takumi had already started working on a weapon and he did not have any recollection of it. So I do believe that maybe that is like the dagger that the killer has been using for those killings in which he did not have access to the saw. So TLDR, I'm pretty sure Takumi is the perpetrator in all this. FB also corroborates a lot of that. He was like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you, Takumi. So I think he's been seeing what's happening, but he doesn't know why this is happening. Why Takumi's like going around and killing people, right? Because at this point, honestly, it makes no sense for me to be anyone else. It seems like Hiroko, like Takumi even said that Hiroko's behavior seems like she's trying to cover for someone, which honestly, if she's trying to cover for someone, I think that person would only be Takumi. So, yeah. And not only that, the dagger also seems to resemble Takumi off the diary that he found in the library. So like I'm like with a few ideas in mind. I wonder if like reading that diary has somehow cursed Takumi, and now he's like becoming the killer in that diary. I don't know if that's actually possible, because like the killer had a dagger, the killer was like covered in blood and whatnot. It was like human but not human. I don't know, man. There's like some fuckery going on. But either way, let's jump into it. I hope you'll be able to be on time trial weekend. Same. I want to be. But I got that. Like I've been having like so much work recently. It's crazy. All right, here we go. It was day 97. A new day was beginning. But there I was, still lying in bed. What are we supposed to do with just the four of us? We still have to fight Veshness. We're anything but united. I haven't seen Nozomi in 2 days. I don't know what I should do anymore. The situation has everyone completely exhausted. We're doing everything we can just to keep sane.
Help me. Hiroko.
I was calling her name without even realizing it. Then I let my listless body sink further into the bed and slowly closed my eyes. Oh, fuck. Is that the killer? It can't be, right? What the heck? I suddenly woke up to the sound of my door being pounded furiously.
Takumi! Open up, please!
Okay. Are we gonna have a choice here to open up the door or not? Probably. Nozomi! Okay, never mind. Her voice sounded desperate. I rushed over to open the door. And there she was, her face pale.
What?
What's wrong? What is it? Please, come with me. Huh? Where? Did Tsubasa bite the dust? Okay, I think Tsubasa bit the dust. Nozomi didn't answer. She just silently walked off. I matched that silence as I walked with her. There's nothing inside of me but dread, but I can't run away. Yeah, Tsubasa's gotta be dead or something. I was brought to the meadow. Yeah, inside I saw
Tsubasa.
Yeah, if anyone was gonna die, that was gonna be Tsubasa. And it always goes back to those three, man. Nozomi, Hiroko, and Takumi, which are like 3 of the 4 main characters in this game, I would say, just excluding Eito. Tsubasa was face down, not breathing, her body covered in cuts. One glance at the profuse quantity of blood was enough to tell me we couldn't bring her back. I found her. The lights had been on in here for a while, so I took a look inside. Hiroko.
Oh?
All I did was find her. That's sad. I know none of us can prove our alibis. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, I don't know if I necessarily doubt Hiroko. I don't think Hiroko has any reason to do any of that. Hey, if the killer really is one of us, why don't we search all of our rooms? We should be able to find the murder weapon that way. Then we'll know for sure who's really doing this. There's no guarantee they're hiding it in their room, but it's still worth a check. Besides, what if the killer is deliberately hiding it in someone else's room? I was thinking of that. Huh? You mean to frame somebody else? Yes, Nozomi, why else? I'm just throwing out suggestions, but it's not impossible. We wouldn't be able to say it was definitive proof in that case. Let's get her out of here. Once we were done transporting Tsubasa to the morgue, we immediately went our separate ways. Only 3 of us left. The killer was probably laughing at us. I wonder what they felt when they saw us suffer in despair like this. What time is it? I woke up feeling suffocated. My heavy eyelids opened up to see that it was already bright outside. I hate night sweats. Last night I barely had the time to change out of my armor and take a shower before falling asleep exhausted. My clothes were uncomfortable and soaked in sweat. I must have had a rough sleep. Guess I'll take another shower. Grabbing a towel, I stepped into the bathroom. I immediately noticed something unusual. Did you find the saw there? The saw. Did Takumi notice the saw? That's where he hid it. And my god, yeah, that's gonna point to him. Okay, was not expecting that. Don't worry, guys. Takumi is just on his period. I looked down at the bathroom floor to see a puddle of crimson liquid. Is this blood? I don't know, like, what this would be from. Maybe, ooh, you know what? I don't know if that matches with the splashes, but I wonder if he washed the saw here. What if Takumi just washed the saw? Because, like, I feel like the color and the splashes would be a little different if he washed it, but it's possible. Gotta do a DNA test. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the only one able to do that would have been Tsubasa. Maybe Yugamo. No, yeah, definitely Yugamo. Maybe not even Tsubasa, just Yugamo. Is this blood? Here? How? Where did it come from? Panicked, I looked up at the ceiling where I saw red droplets dripping out from the gaps in the ventilation panel. What the fuck, dude? Is there a body in the ducts? Sorry, I need to learn how to scream, dude. I can't scream properly. My heart leapt furiously the moment I laid eyes on the uncanny sight. What is this? What's in there? I gingerly removed the panel, trying to keep my heart from pounding out of my chest. Okay, so just bloody clothes and the suit and the saw. Okay, so they were hidden in the duct. That's interesting. That white shirt though. Oh, there's the other weapon. It's like I don't know what you call that, a cutlass. It's not a cutlass. Cutlasses are different, but it's like a species of knife. Is that one like I don't know where this shirt is from, because Takumi does not wear a button-up shirt, and I don't think anybody else does. Not a white one at the very least. Yeah, like Hideko wears a black one. I don't think Eita wears one. Gaku just wears a t-shirt. The twins wear red uniforms. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I think I see where this is going. Oh boy. Wait, does that mean that Takumi stripped Nozomi before he killed her? What the fuck, dude? The moment I saw what was inside, my throat felt like it was closing up. It was the blood-soaked suit of the killer and the power saw, and a dagger and a raincoat I'd never seen before. I don't think I would call that a dagger, but okay. No, why would these be here? Who put this here, and when? Don't tell me. Maybe the killer really did hide their weapons in my room, just like Hiruko said, because the killer is you dum-dum. I need to tell Hiruko and Nozomi. Nozomi's probably dead. Tell them, and then what? Will they really believe me? More importantly, if I hide this stuff somewhere else, wouldn't that stop any further killings? Are we gonna have a choice? Right, there are only 2 days left. If I could just keep these out of the way. I stuffed them all into a trash bag and put them under my clothes at the back of the closet, dude. Poor Takumi doesn't realize that he's the one. Now I just need to get through 2 more days. For a while, I couldn't find the will to do anything. The weapons and suit I'd found in the bathroom had made me uneasy. I feel like I'm going to go insane if I stay by myself. Standing up on unsteady feet, I left my room. It was already dark out. In a haze, I began to walk without any real destination. I found myself in a schoolyard. I sat down on a bench in the corner, looking up at the sky. The infinitely extending sky and its glittering stars that once moved me so much. It didn't make me feel anything anymore. I sat there in a daze until suddenly I sensed someone drawing closer. Hiruko. Hiruko stood before me in silence. Her face, illuminated by the moonlight, looked incredibly calm. I felt like I was being drawn to it, bro. I swear to God, I talked about this. But if this route ends with Hiruko being like, Takumi, you were the killer all along, but I didn't have the guts to stop you. And Hiruko ends this route by killing Takumi, and that explains her whole future vision shenanigans, I'm gonna tip my hat. Because that's something I predicted like 20 billion years ago when she actually revealed to us that she was a time leaper. But yeah, or a time looper rather.
Hey, Hiruko. Please. Stay by my side. Just for a moment.
Great voice acting. Hiruko didn't answer. Instead, she leaned in close. Is she gonna hug you? Oh my god, dude, she knows 100% that we're the killer, bro. Fucking Christ, this is gonna mess me up. Alright. She cradled my head, wrapping it in a gentle warmth. I could smell something familiar, a sweet, mellow aroma. Lavender. Was the scent lavender? I could hear her heart beating. It was comfortable, as if all of my anxieties had simply vanished into thin air.
It's okay. Everything will be alright.
I got chills, dude. Comforted by her sweet voice, my heart began to hurt. Intense, uncontrollable emotions were welling up inside of me. This was how I'd always felt toward Karuha. But this time, it wasn't her making me feel this way. This time...
Hiruko?
For one moment in this hellish, hopeless existence, I felt happy. All I want to do is bask in this afterglow. We didn't say anything as we huddled together under the night sky. I fucking hate Claire de Lune, dude. God. This fucking... Enough. Enough. At last, it was day 99. It happened before the usual morning announcement. The intruder alert blared throughout my room. Oh, she's finally here.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
So I guess that wasn't Nozomi's button-up shirt, because he said it was a raincoat. That threw me off a little bit. I was so composed that I even surprised myself. I don't know what the three of us are going to be able to do, but there's nowhere we can run. Let's see if Nozomi's gonna show up. We just have to do this.
Oh,
Okay, she's alive. I guess this is our final battle. If we're all such, let's get right to it. Wait, before we do, there's something I have to give you. What, poison traps? Yeah, of course. Huh? This is a bioweapon that will boost our strength. It was in the metal shop. Oh, okay. Interesting. Did Tsubasa make this? Yeah, it was her last gift to us. We should be able to do some serious damage to Veshinus with this. We can't waste it. Tsubasa, thank you. We'll all make good use of this. Let's go. All that's left is to do whatever we can. I accepted Tsubasa's memento and took a step forward, but truthfully, I felt empty. Even if we beat Veshinus, could we call whatever ending awaits us a happy one? Well, kind of like a hollow victory. It's just what Hideko said. All of those moments of grief and suffering are eventually gonna give us the happy ending that we want in another timeline somewhere else. Doubtful, I felt like a robot designed solely to defeat the approaching enemy. Despite the heavy atmosphere hanging over us, we made our way toward our final defensive battle. I'm so curious to see the end game of this, because I'm pretty sure Jiroko has to kill Takumi. Because I don't know, man. It just feels like she has always known, but she either hasn't had the guts to stop him, or she, like, needed to let him kill everyone to, like, get to some specific future. I don't know, man. This is weird. I don't know. I have no idea. I just feel like Hideko will kill Takumi in this route.
My turn.
I just have a strong feeling.
I'm prepped and ready. All good.
Let's do this.
Of course, there probably is gonna be a choice, and maybe we're gonna get two different variations of that. One of them, Hideko kills Takumi, and the other one, God only knows.
I've got this.
But fuck, dude.
Let's do this. Take this. Good to go.
Sorry, guys.
Say when. Not bad. My turn. Let's do this.
Bro, I can't hit this guy from a good position. Oh, no, wait. I can from here. Nice.
That's it. Oh, here we go. There.
Are you kidding me?
I'm good to go.
Never gets owed.
I'll help.
Thanks. Ready when you are.
Question. Did the game ask me if I wanted to skip the battle? Because I don't think it did.
Ha!
Maybe this is a unique battle.
My turn. Take this. Let's do this. Take that. Let's go. Yeah.
Which means something crazy is gonna happen. I didn't notice. I'm pretty sure it didn't.
That's
You literally have 3 people. I would consider this unique. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's just because of the amount of people, but then again, something might happen here. Vashnes was calmly walking towards us as if she owned the place. The moment I saw her, my heart started to race like it had never raced before. It was as if the evil animal, the cryptic global started my blood, was responding to her approach. Then she stopped right in front of us as we all stood on guard.
Don't think I'll grant you an easy death. Your power and the power of the Second Coming are mine. I shall devour all.
There we go.
Wicked invaders! Repent your evil ways before your new god! Bow down!
Alright, can we hit her?
Say when.
We can actually, okay.
Time for action. I got you.
Good to go. Ready when you are. Harder. Here we go.
No, I can't do that. I might have
Ready when you
goofed
are.
myself here. Ah, seriously? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take some punches here. Yeah.
Take.
Do you have some new items with those boosts? Not really. I assume we're gonna have a
I've got
special
this.
wave or a cutscene later where those are gonna come into play.
There. All right. Here we go. Gotta push it. Let's go. Time to use it.
Fake
It's
bomb,
all right.
seriously.
Got. I'm not done yet. Take that. Oh, that all you got? This should do it. I'm not done yet. Here. Go. It's all right. Time to use it. That all you got? That's it. Oh, not there yet. Here. It's all right. That all you got?
Maybe she's gonna like.
Not there.
We're gonna finish like the turn as soon as she goes out like below 50. I'm gonna.
That all you got?
Should I risk that? Huh. I guess I could.
Ready whenever. Time to move.
I don't know. Probably
It's all
not.
right. This should do it.
You never know. Maybe I will need to
I'm not
drop her
done
to
yet.
0.
Time to use it.
I got this. I'll help.
Thanks. Not there yet.
I think I can just
Yeah.
fuck it. Okay, well. I could have just done that.
You're all more bullheaded than I could have imagined. Know your place, wicked invaders. How pathetic. Coming back to life after getting killed again and again. But so be it. It would be a disappointment if you died too easily. I will send you to hell again and again Until I've had my fill.
Sure thing, Vesh. Now the transformed Veshnas looked entirely unbothered, seemingly enjoying toying with us.
Takumi!
Hiroko looked over to me. I knew what she was trying to tell me. We had an ace up our sleeve, and only one opportunity to use it. Veshnas was fully convinced the invaders were going to win. This was our chance to turn it around.
Let me savor the sight of your faces as they become contorted in despair.
Think again!
What's that sound?
And it's actually poison and it just kills everyone. I activated the device, expelling a massive quantity of poison that rained down on Veshna's butt. We're not going crazy, right? What the fuck? What? Excuse me? Talk about a boost of fade away. Bro, I think whoever wrote this fell asleep.
What is this? I cannot move!
I'm so confused, bro.
It's working!
Is he?
You wicked invaders!
You lose, Veshnas!
You dare kill the great.
Wow, she's really suffering. She never suffered this hard by the poison. And that's just how she dies? There's no way. There's no. What an underwhelming way to defeat the final boss. Just like you just throw poison on them and you don't even get to like do that physically. They killed the seriously like what the fuck? I agree with you, Shiroko. What the fuck? That was a letdown. Is this really how it ends? Yeah, it doesn't seem real. We'd won our battle against Veshnas. We were victors in the final showdown with the invaders. But I couldn't truly smile. We'd stayed so far from the ending I'd been imagining. We still have one day left. Keep our guard up until the end. We dragged our battle-worn bodies back to the school and parted ways. Between the deaths of our friends and knowing the killer was still hiding somewhere, I had so many emotions I hadn't fully processed. To hell with it. There is no salvation in my future. Our 99th day at Last Defense Academy came to a close, and finally... a new day had begun. The final day. Day 100. I made it all this way. I didn't feel joy, anger, or sadness. I just accepted reality as it was. How the fuck are they gonna end this? When I stepped outside, the stars were still shining and a pleasant breeze was blowing. It's hard to believe this place is going to launch a huge missile strike in a few hours. Once the final attack starts, humanity will be the victors in this war. But who cares about that? What about the killer? We never figured out who it was. Because if everyone knew there was both a killer and an imposter...
And then it would ruin the alibis of anyone who said they saw the killer.
Wait, does that mean... No, it can't be. Is Takumi implying that? Cause like what were the people who saw the killer? I think it was Kako. Like who else saw the killer? like, who had alibis seeing the killer. I think it was mostly Kako. And I remember the twins vouched for Takumi before they set up groups. I think Takumi's realizing that Hiroko was maybe trying to cover for him in a weird way. And Nozomi, I guess, yeah. Suddenly a violent pain ripped through my head, so intense it felt like my brain was being split in half. Yeah. Who's there? An unfamiliar voice echoed in my mind, threatening to consume my very consciousness. What is this? What the hell is going on? Shut up! Stop it! Oh. Takumi, what's wrong? Stay back! Run away! What? Okay, I think you're just covering your ears. Yeah. Nozomi, run.
Kill!
Takumi question mark? I like that. No, stop. Why can't I stop? I have a feeling they're actually torturing VAs for these lines. I mean, I've seen way worse. Like, those, those screams, if you know how to do them, they're not actually that bad. Like, I can do them, but I need to warm up for, like, a while to be able to do them. I need to, like, learn how to scream properly. Like, I think I can voice act decently well, but, like, screams, I suck at them. My body is rampaging out of control. I'm trying so hard to resist, but I can't do a thing. If I don't do something, then...
Somebody?
Oh, just like the book. So basically, either the book was detailing, was predicting Takumi's future, or it told the story of someone else who was possessed by a gi and underwent the entire exact same, I guess, turn of events. But I think it would be unlikely that it was anybody else. So somehow that book is linked to Takumi, I want to say. I don't want to kill. I only remember fragments of what happened next. Suddenly, I found myself wearing the killer suit and holding the power saw. That voice from before was endlessly commanding me to kill, and I answered the call. I was on the hunt for Hiroko and Nozomi, and then you killed Nozomi. We got to choose who to kill? That's gonna be crazy, bro. Stop! Stop it! My body turned the power assault on the two girls despite every fiber of my being fighting against it.
No! Stay back!
Nozomi was trembling with fear and shock on the verge of tears. I tried so hard to put distance between us, but my body did the exact opposite. Please, you have to run away from me. He'll get us both if we don't do something. We need to split up. But, right.
Kill! I'll kill you!
And now we're gonna chase them. Yeah, I knew there was gonna be a choice here. Crazy. Let's do Nozomi first, shall we? Oh. It's reverse! My controls are reversed, dude. That's crazy. My controls are reversed. I love that. Because it's like, yeah, Takumi's telling them to go in one direction, but it actually goes the other way. That's fucking great. Poor Nozomi. Yeah, I feel like Hiruko's gonna be the saucier, so I'm gonna leave her last.
You did this, Takumi. You lied to us and killed everybody.
Poor Takumi too, dude. Fuck.
Why? I believed in you.
No, don't kill her. Get away from Nozomi. No matter how hard I resisted, my body didn't budge an inch. I'd lost all control over it.
No, don't do it.
Please, no, don't kill her! No! Ah! Oh, fuck, dude. And that's how it ends. I vividly felt the sensation of the power cell cutting into Nozomi's body. I killed her. I stood rooted to the spot in a daze, covered in my victim's blood. Suddenly, a forceful impact connected with the back of my head, and I fell to the ground. I could see a wrench on the ground. In my haze, I realized it had been thrown at me. Did you take her helmet off? Who could have? No, I already knew. There was only one survivor left.
Hiruko.
Okay, there's more to this.
Where am I?
Where is this? Is this a Meadow Shop or... It's not the Biolab. It's not the infirmary also. I don't know where this is. Garage again. Oh, okay, I guess, yeah. I woke up struggling to breathe, discovering my body had been restrained with rope. It is the Biolab, what? So, you're finally awake. Shiruko!
Oh.
And you seem to be yourself again. For now. So yeah, Hiruko knew about it and she's been hiding the entire time, yeah. None of this is surprising to me, but I'm curious to see where they're going. It's not? Come to think of it, I can move my body out of my own volition again. Oh yeah, it is the Meadow Shop. It is the Meadow Shop. I'm stupid. No, you're right. What was that back there? Do you know what's happening to me, Hiruko? The missiles will be fired soon. I'll explain everything before then.
Huh?
All of it. Who the killer is and everything they've done.
Does this mean the killer is...
The killer is you! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
It's you. You're the one who destroyed Sirai. And you're the one who killed all 13 of our friends.
Yep. What are you talking about? That's not...
Oh.
I know you weren't aware. Your conscience is clean. But 13 people still died at your hands, even if you weren't aware of it. I did this. No, that can't be right. I first noticed something was strange with you on day 16. Day 16? That's the day you were attacked by the killer in the biolab, right? Wait, that's right, that doesn't explain that. Huh, wait a second. There's still like stuff we haven't explained here. Excuse me. I just realized there's like a whole thing here. And we haven't even brought up the fact that there was someone chasing Takumi. And it wasn't you, Gamu. At that point. Yes, but the one cornered... Okay, so it was a Takumi from another timeline, like we've been postulating. Okay, I guess that explains it. But the one who cornered me in the lab, it was you, Takumi. No way, I didn't do that. I believe it was around 11 p.m. I couldn't sleep, so I was walking around the school by myself. I saw you in the hallway on the second floor. Me? The night of day 16?
Oh.
You had a kitchen knife in your hand. Something was off about your eyes and the way you were breathing. So I ran. But you chased me with a horrific look on your face. It was clear you were trying to kill me.
Oh.
I ran into the biolab, but you caught up with me right away. We got into a struggle. You kicked me and sent me flying. I hit the back of my head and collapsed.
Huh.
I was barely conscious, unable to move, and there was someone in front of me. Oh, okay. So the person in this suit wasn't Takumi, but Takumi was the one who knocked her to the wall. What the actual shit?
Hey!
The killer was about to attack you. I was trying to help. I'm afraid not. You're misremembering. Misremembering?
Oh.
You're the one who attacked me, Takumi. I'm certain of it. Then someone in a black suit came to save me. That... I guess? What are you talking about? I think that one in the black suit was literally another Hiruko. But I don't know what the second appearance when Moko was killed entails. They attacked you and you lost consciousness, but you came to almost right away. You threw yourself at the person in the suit. The two of you broke through the window and hurtled toward the ground. I assume you remember what happened after that, yes. She's right, I remember. I was grappling with that person in front of the wall of fire. Just in the nick of time, I kicked their leg as hard as I could. I took the power saw and ran after them, but then I lost them.
Oh.
The events of that day marked the moment I began to suspect you. There weren't any casualties at the time, so I couldn't be sure. But I had to consider the possibility you'd become host to a gi. Okay, yeah, now we're finally bringing this up. A host? Gi? What are you talking about? I doubt you remember, but the gi are a parasitic organism we discovered in another timeline. It's a terrifying organism that gradually eats away at the host's body and eventually takes it over completely. What? But I had no proof you'd become infected, so I kept quiet.
Oh.
Eventually, though, we had our first casualty on day 25. That's when my suspicions grew stronger. So... While you were asleep, I ran a scan on your brain. Sorry. That's funny to me.
Ah,
When did you... Do you know what? Forget it. What did you find? There wasn't a key inside. I thought I must have been... What? What?
Oh.
But on day 43, Moko was killed. And once again, I had a bad feeling. You being infected was the only explanation I could think of. So I checked your brain again. It was Ato. Dude, every time you say it was Ato, I just get so disappointed. I think maybe it was... Like, I don't know how to explain this. Maybe the machine... Like, I feel like just saying the machine was like... had malfunction at the time is just sloppy. Like, why would they even bring this up? Okay, so they're like, what the fuck is up with, like, I need to know how exactly you use, like, is this an fMRI scan or whatever? Like, how exactly do you determine that? The second time, I still didn't find any key. Not only that, but Nozomi said she ran away from the killer with you. Dude, there's a second Takumi with a gi. There's a second Takumi with a gi. Reluctantly, I decided to put aside my suspicions for the moment. So that's why you were suddenly avoiding me and would sometimes seem like you had something to say. But wait, that doesn't explain why this one was possessed. So is this the second... What the fuck is going on? Good morning, everyone. It is now 10... whatever. I messed up. But when Kurata died on day 64, I started to suspect you again.
ah.
Did you check my brain again?
Oh.
Yes, very closely. And I learned something horrifying.
Huh?
Even though there was no actual gi in your brain, the gi's data was eroding it. What? So... Did someone just hack Takumi's brain to implant a gi virus? What? I am so confused on this. You and me both, Takumi. My hypothesis is that I was thinking of that. I was thinking of that, like maybe he got infected in another timeline and then that somehow started affecting this one. My hypothesis is that you were infected with a gi in another timeline. With my ending sequence, this was so clear to me. Wow. Yeah, I guess we're gonna see the timeline where Takumi gets possessed by a gi. After that, you died as its host, and then your consciousness went back in time to day 2. When that happened, the gi data in your brain went back to the past with you. The data went with me? It appears my hypothesis was correct. In the end, you killed Nozomi right in front of me, after all. Time travel can't send physical matter back in time, but it can send memories, abstract thoughts, data, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. The gi itself is no longer physically existed in your brain, but its cognitive data still remain. Stop it. Do you honestly expect me to believe any of this? Does that mean you killed Nozomi of your own free will? And the other 12? That still doesn't explain the person chasing Takumi, bro. I'm like, what? I guess that explains Gaku's death and killing game route. Does it? I don't know if it does. Cause yeah, theoretically it should be Takumi, right? Theoretically, but we had no indications of Takumi being possessed by a gi. In fact, like, we had some stuff about Takumi having murderer's intent, but according to Yugamu, that was Eito's Himoenema inside of him that was doing that. I don't know. I don't know if we should get ahead of ourselves with that, Punta. I do feel like it's fair to say that Takumi is the prime suspect for that as of now, but I don't think we can start, like, just taking that as a fact. Because in the killing game route, this was the only route that there was any evidence of Takumi having a gi. You didn't know it was happening. When the gi awakens, your own consciousness vanishes. So it's like some kind of split personality. Well, yeah, we did experience that in not necessarily, but we did experience like consciousness losses in the killing game route. But again, we assumed that was Eito. It must have happened this way because you're only infected with gi data. If the entire organism was in you, your brain and body would have fallen under its control immediately. Once you knew I was infected, what did you do then? Naturally, I wanted to do something about it, but I didn't know how to cure you. I considered blowing your brains out and putting you in the revival-matic, but your head already got smashed on day 43 and that didn't fix it, so it was pretty much embedded into your DNA. Right, I remember Nozomi telling me that happened.
Oh.
But the murder still didn't stop. I knew destroying your brain was futile. The revival system must have perfectly recreated the brain data stored in its database. I went to the library to do some research and try to find another cure to you. That's when I found out about a certain drug. Okay. A drug? It was possible that injecting you with it would remove the gi data from your brain. So, around dawn on day 67, I snuck into your room and administered a drug as you were sleeping. So, day 67 was... anything weird that happened there? That's the day that they found the curry in the refrigerator. Oh, that's the day he lost consciousness in the cafeteria. Okay. Maybe that was the effect of the drug. Is that why I didn't wake up for 3 days? Yes, the side effects of the drug I injected you with caused you to fall ill. I thought I'd finally restored your brain to normal. In order to be sure, I examined your brain again the day after you woke up. Day 71, but the gi data was still there. What? I failed. The drug didn't work. Why? Why can't I get you out of Takumi? You latched onto him and killed our friends. How long do you plan to toy with us?
Go to Hell already! You filthy insect!
So this route is going to end with Hiroko killing Takumi, isn't it? What the fuck, dude?
Well done, Hiruko. You figured it out.
That's kind of hot.
Gi, you finally showed yourself.
Would you like to hear what this filthy insect was up to while in control of Takumi? Only if you don't mind me sawing off your head with this power saw. You're too foolish to kill this man.
Huh?
The first one was Ava, the prisoner. I killed her on day 25. Takumi took the power saw he stole from the visitor out of the metal shop. Visitor? After breaking down the door to the cage, I sliced her to ribbons. When I was done, I threw the power saw into the wall of fire to hide it, but Takumi immediately found it and recovered it. I had no idea he was watching.
Huh.
And who is he, exactly? The boy covered in flames. He was so confused and scared whenever he saw me controlling Takumi. But enough about that. You and your little friends discovered the suit and helmet as well, correct? Shoma found them in the boys' bathroom. They definitely belonged to the person who came to save me in the biolab, didn't they? Yes, I believe the visitor was pursued by Takumi and forced to abandon them to move around faster. At any rate, you put them in the locker in the metal shop and Takumi set the combination, right? Only he knew the combination, or so you all thought, Takumi himself included.
Huh?
But you were looking too. That's why you knew how to open the locker. Precisely. The second person I killed was Moko Majiro on day 43. When Moko, Nozomi, and Takumi were looking around the school at night, Takumi and Nozomi split up to look for Moko after she got separated from them. It was raining heavily when Takumi went outside, so he ended up completely soaked. I awakened around that time. I took over and made for the metal shop. I took the suit, helmet, and power saw from the locker, then sought after my prey. I found Moko in a classroom on the first floor and killed her. She resisted, but not even she was a match for my power saw. But I was caught in the act by Nozomi, who managed to evade me. I gave chase, figuring out I could kill her while I was at it, and wound up in the leisure lounge. And that's when she kicked you. But that doesn't necessarily add up with Yugamo's claim that he only started using the suit later. That still doesn't explain who was chasing you guys. There's still like another figure here. That makes no sense to me. Just when I almost had her, I was tackled and fell into the pool. I don't know how this makes sense with the information we know. There's still something here that we're not explaining. Nozomi used that opening to get away. A little more and I would have had her. Cause like, if that's what happened, then... then there's a second suit. Cause like, why would someone take the suit from the pool, chase Takumi and Nozomi, and then return the suit to the pool? Unless that was Hiruko. I guess that could make some sense, but then why didn't she hide the suit in this house? I don't get it. What the fuck? I took off the suit and helmet and abandoned them along with the power saw so I could get out. Of course, so that's why Yugamo found them in the pool. That still does not explain a few things. I returned to the school, soaking wet, and that's where my memory ends. Takumi must have assumed he was wet from the rain, so he didn't realize what had actually happened. Indeed, after that, Takumi heard a scream, went running in, reunited with Nozomi. So who was chasing you guys then? In a panic, Nozomi told him about Moko's murder, and the two of them went to the classroom on the first floor, the scene of the crime. Takumi had no idea her death was at his own hands. The rest is exactly as Yugamo told you, but who the fuck wore the suit? He recovered Okay, so I guess the thing was extremely poorly explained back then, because he said the first time he wore the suit was in day 64. This is weird as fuck, dude. Because, like, I did... You know, the funny thing is, I did understand it this way, although it was a little weird. And then you mentioned that he said the first time he wore it was on day 64. So, again, that was so poorly explained. Because it was ambiguous. He recovered a power saw and suit I'd abandoned and chased you around. A hedonistic pervert if I've ever seen one. After he took your gear, you changed weapons, didn't you? Starting with my third victim, Takemata. I believe it was early on day 51. I awoke once again and obtained a replacement suit and weapon from the metal shop. A raincoat and a dagger. I took them, snuck into Takemata's room, and turned him into a bloody mess. You should have seen the look on his face when he woke up to being sliced open with the dagger. Once I killed Takemata, I washed my hands there and returned to Takumi's room like normal. Then I hid the dagger and the raincoat behind the ceiling panel in the bathroom and went back to sleep. What about your fourth victim, Kurata? She was murdered at dawn on day 64. This is a whole lot of exposition. Yes, the day Yugamo chased her and Takumi while dressed as the killer. Takumi was cornered in front of the defense room on the third floor, with Yugamo holding the power saw over his head. Just then, I woke up and Takumi lost consciousness. Satisfied after seeing the look of terror on Takumi's face, Yugamo turned and left. He was a real degenerate, that one.
Oh.
Just to get on with it, you used Takumi's body to kill Kurata, right? Precisely. I took out the hidden dagger and raincoat and hunted down Kurata, who was hiding in the training room. She didn't even have enough time to cry or scream before I mercilessly sliced her to ribbons. I finished the deed and returned the raincoat and dagger to their hiding spot. Then, back at the defense room door, I once again fell into a deep sleep. So that's why Takumi believed he'd been passed out there the whole time. My fifth was Shoma, who I killed on day 77. I simply killed her, and when I woke up again, nothing worth talking about. Let me ask you one thing. Did you set the fire in the gym on day 80? My timed incendiary device worked out nicely, didn't it?
No.
I knew you were behind it. When was it? Day 78? When Takumi went with Ima, Kako, and Darumi to the metal shop? Around 2 p.m., I woke up and simply pretended to be Takumi. All of you were sleeping together in the gym, and I'd been just waiting for my chance. I came up with a plan to secretly build a timed incendiary device to plant there. Oh, so that's what the something was that Takumi was working on, I guess. Of course, I came up with the cover story so the other 3 wouldn't suspect me, and worked on it by myself. That still doesn't explain why they saw a second Takumi going downstairs or upstairs, whatever the fuck. There's something so weird about this. But I struggled with the work. I couldn't finish the device that day. I had no choice but to continue into the next day, still pretending to be Takumi. I finally finished the device at 2 in the afternoon, 24 hours after I started. So you're saying Takumi's consciousness didn't return for over 24 hours? Yes, we didn't trade places at all during that time. I worked on a group with the twins and Darumi the next day, day 79 as well. I hid the completed timed incendiary device with me, pretended to go to the bathroom, and headed for the gym. I planted the device in the vaulting box. Then I went to find the rest of you. You were all in a panic over seeing the killer. Obviously, the person in the suit wasn't me that time. Then it was this visitor. I think that was supposed to be Hiroko, wasn't I? Then it was this visitor you alluded to before. It doesn't really matter. I'd achieved what I set out to do, and went ahead with my original plan. Okay. I returned to the metal shop at 2:30 p.m. Nobody was there because all the commotion was over the killer. About an hour later, Takumi was awake again. Then Ima, Kako, and Tanami came back. Takumi! What are you doing here? Takumi underwent mitosis? Stop talking about me like I'm some kind of amoeba. I've been here the whole time. I doubt it. We just saw you going upstairs. While you were gone, there was a huge commotion because the killer showed up again. We tried to catch them, but they got away. Everybody's still searching as we speak. We literally just stalked you. Don't you remember? You told us we were in danger because the killer was around again, but then you went off on your own. So, this implies that the one in the suit is indeed a second Takumi. That's the visitor. It's only natural that Takumi was confused. He'd never have imagined he spent the last 25 hours and 30 minutes unconscious. As planned, I activated the incendiary device I'd planted the evening of day 80. You all scattered and ran, and Takumi ended up with Darumi. Yugamo pretended to be the killer again and chased them. Then they got separated. Takumi acted as a decoy and managed to get away from Yugamo, but unfortunately for him, I awoke once again. Cause like, Am I misreading this, or does that imply that there was a second Takumi still? Because they said they just talked to them, right? Went to the metal shop. Pretended to be Takumi. I also got that feeling, yeah, because like there's this visitor we haven't explained, and it seemed like they're just glossing over the fact that there were clearly two Takumis, because they had just talked to someone. Then went to find the rest of you. You were all in a panic over seeing the killer. Obviously, the person in the suit wasn't me that time. It was the visitor. I returned to the metal shop at 2:30 p.m. I don't know, it seems like... Unfortunately, this does seem like it was the same Takumi, but it was... I don't like the way this was worded in the game, because it implied that there were two Takumis. But I don't think that's the case, because he said he went to find the rest of us, and Kako said that he told them they were in danger, but he has no mention of him ever talking to them, right? Because the timeline goes, Kako found him here and said, "Hey, you told us we were in danger because the killer was out." But this Gi does not mention ever talking to them. Went to find the rest of you. You were all in a panic over seeing the killer. So that implies he did encounter them, but they had already seen the killer. So that implies that, that the other Takumi had already had that conversation. Why is this explained so weirdly? My god! Who the fuck wrote this? Jesus Christ! We just saw you going upstairs. Like, when you say just saw you, it implies like something that happened 30 seconds ago. Killer showed up again. We literally just talked to you. I think I am convinced that there was a second Takumi. I think I am convinced, and you know what's interesting about there being a second Takumi, and this Takumi being the visitor, is that we know from apparently Killing Game route and Starluck 1 route that whenever Takumi travels to another timeline, the Takumi from that timeline seemingly goes unconscious, right? So the thing is, Takumi was already unconscious here because of the Gi, so that's why it did not affect him. That's why he didn't, quote-unquote, pass out while this Takumi was here. So, like, ironically, the things match. The circumstances match. But I still feel like this is being explained so poorly. Personally. If there is a second Takumi, this is, like, so weird. Takumi acted as a decoy and managed to get away from you, Goma, but unfortunately for him, I awoke once again. And so your sixth victim was Tatami. I got the raincoat and the dagger from my room and hunted down Tatami in the leisure lounge. I tore her apart and then threw what was left of her in the pool. That girl, she seemed to enjoy it. She was a real strange one. I wish I got to see that, like, unironically.
Huh?
Enough commentary. What about numbers 7 and 8, Ima and Kako? Well, those were simple. They just went to the biolab and Takumi just lost consciousness and went there and killed them. Oh, that's simple. Takumi was working with them on day 83. Once they left the metal shop, my consciousness awoke. As usual, I got the raincoat and dagger out of my room and attacked them in the biolab. Right, come to think of it, the two of them seemed to be suspicious of Takumi as well. They were trying to catch him, but it was too late. Too little, too late. Once he was done, I hid the raincoat and dagger in my room again, and went back to the metal shop like nothing had happened. Takumi's consciousness came back straight away. Naturally, he wasn't any the wiser about what had happened. As you're aware, the 9th person I killed was Gaku. Day 89, after Yugamo got caught, you agreed that Gaku would take the suit and power saw to hide them somewhere. When I woke up on the night of day 90, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to get them back and kill Gaku while I was at it. I got the raincoat and dagger as always and visited his room, and then you threatened him to show you where the thing were. Oh my god. I threatened him with the dagger and demanded he show me where the suit and power saw were hidden. He led me to the library. Finally, I had my equipment back. Just when I was about to take them, Gaku suddenly tried to resist. I dropped my dagger on the floor during the struggle. But when it was over, I had the power saw. I relentlessly sliced him up with it, making sure to hit every last vital spot. By the way, Punta, Gaku's killing was done by stabbing. So I think that throws suspicion off of Takumi, at least slightly, you know? Well, to be fair, at that point the visitor hadn't come here to give them the saw, so I guess it could still be him. I don't know, maybe that does not have that much credibility as I thought. Once I was sure she was dead, I immediately went back to Takumi's room. I hid everything in the bathroom ceiling and went to sleep. Cause yeah, the only reason why Takumi is using the saw for these killings is because the visitor brought the saw to this timeline, so I guess that doesn't necessarily put him in the clear. Maybe he didn't have any other weapon by then. After that, I was able to use the power saw for my kills again.
Oh.
I'm aware that you used it on your 10th victim, Yugamo. Your reasoning skills are impressive, Hideka. You're the most brilliant imbecile of them all.
Huh?
The night of day 92, I woke up, put the suit on, grabbed the power saw, and went after Yugamo. The power saw made short work of the door to the room he was being held in. I listened to his bones snap as they were torn apart by the spinning blades. I checked that he was fully dead and returned to my room, careful not to be seen. Once again, I hid everything in the bathroom and went to sleep. Then came number 11, Kiyoshika, who I killed on day 94 after a little bit of extra legwork. Yeah, that's the poisoning of the water. You put slow-acting sleep medicine in the water cooler the day before. You figured that out? If you were my host, I could kill so many people. After the defensive battle on day 93, I took over and slipped the meds into the water supply. I maintained control right through until nightfall, then broke down Kiyoshika's door and killed her as she slept. Of course, the rest of you slept soundly until morning thanks to the drugs. This is going on for way too long just to explain that Takumi is behind it all. Like, we get it. I feel like there should have been easier ways to just say, how Takumi did all of this without going through every single incident one by one. Like, a whole route recap. Yeah, seriously, this feels like just too much, and it's honestly exhausting. Number 12, Tsubasa. Hardly bears mentioning. Get wrecked, Tsubasa. On day 97, I woke up in Takumi's room and grabbed the power saw as usual. I set my sights on Tsubasa as she worked alone in the metal shop and ended her life. Despite the circumstances, she just kept on tinkering with her little project. She was practically begging for it, and I was happy to oblige. You don't need me to explain the 13th victim Nozomi. So, are there any other questions?
Huh?
Why did you kill everyone on different days? I'd have thought you were more than capable of taking us all out at once.
I couldn't predict when I'd wake up. It came in episodes.
Sure.
So I was forced to adapt to whatever the circumstances were whenever I woke up. Which meant having to kill you one by one.
Just like the diary.
Besides, if Takumi were to wake up while I was doing my work, I'd be in trouble. I was just doing what it seemed like I'd be able to do while I still had control.
So it wasn't intentional.
Well, there was plenty of enjoyment to be had as a murderer. Such as figuring out who to kill, when to do it, and how. Plus, there was Takumi's utter despair watching you get picked off, one by one, without ever realizing the truth.
Interesting.
Not to mention, the way you suffered for Takumi as you started to notice me. I wish I could enjoy it all over again. It would have been a waste to massacre all of you at once, clearly.
I have one last thing to ask. It's about day 16 in the biolab, when you almost killed me.
Oh.
That mysterious person in the suit who suddenly showed up. Seriously, please tell me who this is. Or, they're not gonna, but, you know. The one who kicked you away and saved me. Who was that exactly? Dude, if that is like... Because, like, it can't be another Gi. It's like someone who is trying to save them. I wonder if it's another Hideko, honestly. You mean the visitor? Surely that finely tuned intuition of yours has already worked it out. Was it a second Takumi or another Hideko? Don't tell me. Are they going to? Oh, of course they're not. They're not, right? I think it is another Takumi. I don't think there's any other possibility. And that's... Ooh.
Takumi, are you back?
Okay.
Hideko, why didn't you tell me?
I mean, if everyone knew, they would have killed you.
Yeah, she was trying to protect you, and we knew that for a while.
That's why I couldn't say anything. I couldn't let that happen.
Yeah, she was trying to cover for you after all, Takumi.
But... you didn't even tell me.
Because she didn't want you to have to bear the guilt of doing that. It's likely you could have even killed yourself if you knew.
The result would have been the same. The guilt would have driven you to take your own life. Trust me. I know what kind of person you are.
Damn.
The final attack is starting soon. When the missiles launch, all life on the surface will end, including us, if we don't get into the escape pod.
Hideko, I have one final request. Get on the escape pod without me.
Ah, this is getting me a little emotional.
Takumi.
My brain's been eroded by Gi data, right? If nobody knows how to remove it, there's no point in me surviving. So, please.
If we have to make a choice as Hiruko, I'm gonna come.
I know. If that's what you want.
I guess we're not going to.
But don't worry. I'm not going to leave you. I'll stay by your side until the end.
I know you will, Hiruko. And that's the thing, because, again, this is one of the routes that we need to play in order to unlock Starlock 1. So everyone who plays Starlock 1 knows this outcome right here. And Hiruko says she's gonna stay by our side until the end. Again, if we have a route where Takumi and Hiruko are the last survivors and Hiruko survives, it only makes sense for Starlock 1 to end with Hiruko dying in the end for the sake of the team, for the sake of everyone else surviving, including Takumi. Which again brings a full circle to her philosophy of winning the war, meaning having everyone survive, right? Which is something she said at the very beginning of Route Zero.
Don't tell me you mean to.
She's gonna redo the days.
Are you crazy? Just get in the pod without me.
Wait, oh my god, wait, I misread that. She's gonna stay. Oh. I mean, for her it doesn't make a difference because it's the time loop either way.
I can't. It's too late.
Oh, wow.
The final attack starts in 2 seconds.
Damn, it's morning already. That's crazy. Or is that a lie? Oh, okay, never mind. It is morning. Oh my god, dude. Oh. I was not ready for that. Hiruko, please don't cry anymore. If we got to meet again, I promise. Next time. Oh, wow, dude. Oh, we never got to see this scene. Wow, guys. I got very emotional at the end. Slasher route, goodbye kiss. Man. I have such mixed feelings. That ending was like the final 30 seconds of that ending were incredible. Like, it took me off guard. Everything else, unfortunately, I can't say the same about. Like, I would have to think a little bit about how I would rewrite this route, but I feel like that entire exposition sort of undermined the emotional part of that ending. Because I feel like if I was writing this, I would have focused a lot more on like the guilt part, on the emotion. Like maybe I would not have the Gi just completely laying out the entire plan like a fucking mastermind monologue. Like that I feel like that was a little weak in my opinion. That was kind of cheap. I feel like if I was writing this, I would have maybe Takumi and the Gi like slowly switching places, like the Gi consciousness taking over, and then Takumi takes over trying to fight it and then trying to negate it. And like I didn't feel like they had to explain every single little detail that they did. That just like made everything seem so cheap. It just, I don't know, man. I feel like it took a lot away from that ending. I would have to think a little bit on how I would rewrite that, because I didn't like the way it was handled. The very final part of it with Hiroko kissing Takumi, like, that was so good, because after all the pain that Takumi has had to endure in this battle, in this timeline, he is such a lost soul at this point with no hope left, and at least he can have his last moments of consciousness in a pleasant kiss enveloped in it. And it's so good because it mirrors Starry Lock 1, because everyone who plays Starry Lock 1 has to play this ending, so they would have known this kiss. Hiroko kisses Takumi, and then you have a choice to kiss Hiroko on Starry Lock 1, right? But unfortunately, if you kiss her, you end up in the romance route, so I don't know what the fuck, right? Crazy. Like, in regards to the whole incidents, I will say, like, after a while they became too repetitive. Like, I wasn't necessarily feeling too much for the victims anymore. I feel like the fact that we have to see, like, okay, people are dying in the same way over and over, and then we have those, like, little clues, and ultimately it's just like I would say there's a few things that still don't add up in this route, and that's why it left a sour taste in my mouth. I feel like this could have been so good if handled a little differently. I feel like at some point, like, you're supposed to, like, figure out that it was Takumi that was behind it, because honestly, at some point it was the only option, and ever since, like, FB was like, oh, you don't remember, that definitely hinted that it was Takumi all along. That's when I started like, getting sus of him more strongly. I mean, I was already sus of him from the beginning because we have the foreknowledge of the Gis, and, like, but I think either way, even if I didn't know the Gi, I would have, like, from FB's, like, commentary, I would have inferred that Takumi was a potential suspect. And like I said, Yugamu, when it was figured out, he had no, like, it made no sense for Yugamu to be carrying out the killings, especially what happened between him and Gaku, right? It just didn't make sense. So I liked that twist. That twist was fine. But then the entire explanation of him getting the suit from the pool, and that, like, not exactly matching up too well with our sequence of events, because, like, Nozomi kicked the assailant into the pool, and like, he didn't explain well that he was the one chasing us there. If that was explained before, this would have been a little bit better. And then there is this whole idea of the second Takumi, and, like, you know, they alluded to it being, like, it's funny that Takumi / Gi was like, oh, you surely have figured out who that is, right? So that to me implies that it was another Hiroko more strongly than it implies that it was another Takumi. I think that was another Hiroko because, well, Hiroko is the time leaper and all that. So it only makes sense, especially if it was someone trying to save her. So, I don't know, right? I don't know. Like, we're definitely going to find that out. But the thing is, from a storyteller's perspective, hear me out. From a storyteller's perspective, there's many ways to do this, but if you were writing a story and you have, like, a character traveling to another timeline to save this Hiroko, if it was just Hiroko traveling, you wouldn't get to see that firsthand. You wouldn't get to see that chase. You wouldn't get to see, like, any of those events that took place there. So I think it's very likely, too, that it's Takumi, because, like, let's say that happens in Story Luck 1, which is the likeliest option of them all. Because we've seen Hiroko traveling to other timelines in Story Luck 1 to try and save people there. She tried to save Gaku. But here's, like, the thing. If in Story Luck 1, they just travel to a bunch of timelines trying to fix little things in those routes, and we got to see, like, the suited sponsors that we never got explained in, like, the Retsunum route and the Killing Aim route, right? that would be really cool. And I feel like for that to be as effective as it needs to be, you would have to have a first-person perspective of that. So it would have to be Takumi doing this, especially in those instances where it's a single person. It only makes sense to me. So for meta reasons, I would say the likeliness of this being Takumi is higher than it being Hideko. But ultimately, there's only one way to find out. I don't know how you guys think of this route, but I have very mixed feelings on it. Like, on one hand, the final 30 seconds were incredible, made me cry a little bit. The rest was a little weird. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. Let me open up the endings chart. So this is Route 72. This is Lasher Route. Goodbye Kiss. Evil monologue was boring, yeah. I refrain from using the words boring too much. I use the like exhausting. Because I don't necessarily like the word boring, but yeah. You're not wrong. Overall not bad, but I got tired of constant killings. Yep. It does get repetitive after a certain point. Vest should have done that monologue. Oh wow, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go pee and we're gonna make the choice to go after Hideko. Maybe that's gonna give us a shorter ending. BRB. I'm back. There's no element of guessing who will be the next victim. You aren't as attached to the characters, and the worst part for me was that they made the Gi stuff too obvious. I feel like any route where they just start killing every single person, like one after the other like that, ends up being a little disappointing, because I feel like when you know people are just going, like, they can die any day, and it's like, you know, you can wake up and find a body, it just desensitizes you. And to a certain extent, that's sort of like the point of the route. Like, they got numb to feeling that. But from a storytelling perspective, it does take a little bit away from the mystery and from the emotional side of the story. I do agree with you on a lot of points. I quite like Mystery Route, and we still haven't finished the Mystery Route, mind you. But Mystery Route sort of has that same thing going for it. But it, like, at least there, you give a lot more attention to each case. So, like, it's handled a little bit better. Although I still, like, would say that there are a few, like, things wrong with that route. But it's still overall a route that I like. Now, this one, I feel just very mixed, like, very 50-50 on it, you know? Yeah. Now, the question is, we know that Takumi is the perpetrator, so what does that make for these choices right here? I don't want to hover over the lock, because I don't want to know if they're called the same route. But yeah, like, what about these choices, right? How is this gonna change what we're seeing? Like, is Takumi gonna be, yeah, like, is it gonna take a completely different route, or are the killings are still gonna happen, right? Like, that's what I'm concerned about. I hope drastic changes emerge, but yeah, we'll see. Let's go after Hiroko. One of the things I'm really looking forward to do, my god, is when I finish this game, I want to do like a stream where I sort of comment on all the endings, I rank all the endings, and I want to give like my perspective on how I would rewrite certain endings or just structure the story as a whole, what endings I would remove from the game, what endings I would like expand and stuff like that. I feel like, my god, sorry. I feel like that would give an interesting perspective on my overall evaluation of this game and how I wish it was written instead. By the way, Omori and Jar, did you see that one interview with Kazutaka Kodaka where he said he wanted to expand this game with DLCs in the future? And I'm like, bro, please don't. Are you crazy?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm like, I don't want content for the sake of content, dude. If you want to expand this, like, it has to be meaningful. It can't just be like a bunch of other endings, you know? They have to change up the entire structure. It can't be 100 days. I'm tired of that. It needs to be like, either, okay, we're gonna explore like the backstory of the commanders. We're gonna see like Veshna's perspective, right, or something like that, right? Maybe they could even do like following Nozomi's like story with the future ends after the war is over in second scenario. But even that, I don't know if it would be too cool, because I like how second scenario ends the way it is. I feel like expanding upon that isn't really a good idea, but I would like Commander's backstory, maybe like how the war started or something like that. That would be fun. Or like World Death Live, you know? They could make a spin-off novel or something. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Like, that type... Because Kazutaka Kodaka is a genius for writing novels, and sometimes writing visual novels takes away a little bit of his storytelling. And by sometimes, I mean, particularly in this game, even though he's probably not involved as much with certain endings than others. Like, I'm sure he wrote second scenario, and I think Goodbye Aito as well. And those are killer fucking endings. I don't know the other ones. It's gonna be a full VN in the style of Turantami. so they can recycle assets. I don't know if I would like that. But yeah, I feel like this game has a lot of potential to be like an ongoing series if they want to, because they have so many things to explore. But this academy needs to not be explored any further. Like Last Defense Academy itself needs to be discarded from future stories, right? I've had enough of this. No, don't kill her! Get away from Hiruko! No matter how hard I resisted, my body didn't budge an inch. I'd lost all control over it. You're not Takumi, are you? When did you get into his butt? Stop! Get away from her! No! Ah! Oof. I stared blankly at the devastation in front of me. Hiruko's blood felt warm running down my body. I killed her. Suddenly a forceful impact connected. Whoa, it's playing the execution sound. Oh my god. Nozomi's gonna stab us, bro. That's crazy. A forceful impact connected with the back of my head and I fell to the ground. I could see a fire extinguisher in front of me. In my haze, I realized that it had been thrown at me.
Takumi.
Damn. Wow. I managed to look up and saw Nozomi looking down at me, holding the power saw.
How could you? How could you? I believed you, Takumi.
No, that's not it, Nozomi. It was against my will. Try as I did to scream, no words came out. All I could do was look up at her.
You killed everybody. You tricked us this whole time.
No, you have to listen to me, Nozomi.
Everybody's dead. Because of you. Because of you.
God, Nozomi's VA is so fucking good. Oh.
I didn't do it.
I felt blood streaming out of the wounds opened by the power saw. Where did I go wrong? Somebody tell me. Hiruko. Okay. What ending is this? 71's Lesser Route Revenge. No 1 hour interrogation from Nozomi 2. Too bad, right? What a bomber. Okay, yeah, not many thoughts on this. That's just like, yeah, that's like Nozomi's perspective on it. Lesser Route Revenge. Dude, it's so funny, because, like, casual, like, fucking casual route was so good, in my opinion. And it was a nothing route. It was such a nothing route that I loved with all my heart. And then, like, the actual plot relevant route is like, eh. 72 endings, okay. We're getting there. I feel like I'm gonna start a new choice. Like, we have, like, I don't know, like 20 minutes. Let's not call it here. Let's just keep going. I feel like I got the luxury. Better than hours of exploring for a meh ending. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Box of Blessings was a drag. Or hours of fighting for an ending that made me feel nothing. All right. So let's spend time with Nozomi this time and see how this is gonna go. What if it gives us like a short ending of 20 minutes because we spend time with her and then the Gi wakes up and kills Nozomi? Serious battle route. Skipless deserves a category on speedrun.com. Well, it's serial, not serious, but okay. I got your message. There's gotta be like one guy in the world that loves the battle system in this game so much, and that route is like their favorite. Right now, I want to keep talking to Nozomi. Sorry, Hiroko. I'll go to the cafeteria after I'm done here. Okay, I'll tell you. I don't think you'll believe me. But that's fine. Will you hear me out? Of course. Oh, but maybe we should go somewhere else? Yeah, you're right. Everybody's asleep. Why don't we take a walk outside? Aren't you guys supposed to be keeping a watch? Sounds good to me. We need to be quiet so we don't wake them up. A million words ran through my head as I made my way up the stairs with Nozomi. How do I even broach the topic of Karawa Kashimiya? Would she believe me if I told her that the two of them were the same person? I hope the sky's clear tonight. Do you think they could see us from the satellite if we waved? No. They don't even know that, they don't even know that there's like a foreign planet here, only select few. Nozomi was walking beside me and smiling innocently while I was agonizing. There's no sense in trying to dress up what I want to say. Even if she won't believe me, I should just lay it all out. I just made up my mind when... Hey, did you hear something just now? Huh? Is someone here? Shoutouts to you, Gamu. I quickly looked around, but the midnight hall was pitch black and silent. Sorry, I must be imagining things. Let's hurry. Yes. I had a bad feeling about all this, so I tried to speed up, but the very next moment... Zoop! Eek! Nozomi, run! This way! I want to see you play a certain route so much. It's really not in the way you think it is. That sounds like a Kastaka Kodaka way of writing. I'm excited. I'm excited. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still super pumped to play so many routes in this game. Which side? Okay. I mean, I thought I thought casual route was brilliant, but not in the way you think it is. It's no good. At this rate, they're gonna catch us both. Yeah! Nozomi, let's split up. I'll try to lead the killer away. Takumi, you can't do that! We don't have time to argue. Just go! Alright, but be careful. Yeah, I know. I was just seeing. There are a lot of ways in which you don't think. That's right, there are more ways in which you don't think than ways in which you do think. Okay, execution / extermination soundtrack again. I managed to stay one step ahead so far, but now the killer has me cornered. It couldn't get any worse than this. There's nowhere left to run. I have to make my stand here. Preparing to attack, I reached for my infuser, but... my vision blurred as my body went flying down the stairs. Oh, wow. Hit your head. The impact caused my head to slam against the wall, and I started to black out. Oh, fuck. I'm fading fast. Gotta keep my eyes open. Yeah, Nozomi's gonna be dead. Yep. I managed to refocus my vision just in time to see the power saw coming down at me. This feels familiar, yep. I wasn't sure why, but despite my many encounters with the killer, I hadn't been killed yet. So I'm sure things will work out this time, somehow. And then you black out. Oh, so there, Yogamo's actually killing him, but he's killing him in a way to revive him later, right? He's killing him in a way to revive him later. He's not... Wait, what? Yukamo! You didn't kill us for real, did you? Okay, he didn't. Okay. I was gonna say, like, it made no sense for him to kill us. Okay, he just wanted to kill us so we could be revived later. Oh wait, what? How long had it been since then? I'd lost all sense of passage of time. I still couldn't believe that the boy laid out in front of me was dead. This is Yugamo. He got carried away. Oh my god! He got carried away! Holy!
Why? Why you too, Takumi?
Oh, wait, it's Nozomi, never mind. No matter how much I questioned him, he didn't answer.
He's really dead.
I think Yugamo got carried away, bro. We'd separated while we were running from the killer late last night. I went looking for Takumi later. But when I found him on the landing of the staircase, he was unrecognizable.
Takumi. No. No.
I never should have invited him out. If I hadn't, he might still be alive.
I'm sorry. Takumi. I'm so sorry.
I cried non-stop over his cold dead body. My tears had dried by the time the others came looking for us. But when night fell again, so did my tears. Exhausted from crying, I eventually fell asleep. There's no shot we're keeping this route as Nozomi. There's no shot we're keeping this route as no. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo!
Troops, time to rise and shine!
Guys, if I wake up as Takumi, I'm ending the stream with no further word.
Get ready for your 75th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Okay. Huh? I must have fallen asleep. Why are you confused about falling asleep? No, Nozomi, don't tell me you have a gi. When I woke up, I discovered myself curled up in bed, still wearing my clothes. Cause like you were close to Takumi's body, so I wonder if the gi, like the gi wasn't even inside Takumi's brain. That's the fucked up part. My eyes were swollen and sore from crying all day yesterday. If I keep crying like this, everyone's going to worry about me. Spoiler, in the final ending, it turns out that this entire game was a dog's dream. Bro, I swear to Christ. The funny thing is, I don't doubt you're actually telling me a true spoiler. And I'm gonna think it's a joke, and then it actually happens, but, you know. I need to pull myself together. I'll wash my— I am so horny. I'll wash my face and then go to the cafeteria. I need to talk about what happened. There's no shot worth playing as Nozomi, bro. Oh my god! Oh my god! When I arrived at the cafeteria, everyone was already there eating breakfast.
Huh.
Oh, Lady Nozomi, are you feeling better? Yeah, I'm fine now. Thanks for asking, Kyoshika. Are you interested in sampling my dear sister's special du jour? I don't know how to pronounce that. It'll perk you right up. It's an energy-boosting parfait made of liver, fermented soybeans, grated yams, and topped with chocolate-covered bananas, fresh out of the kitchen. I appreciate the thought, but I'll just have something light this morning. You mean special of the day? Oh, okay. And then you ban me? I will. I will forever, if that actually happens. I got some fruit and yogurt and sat at the table with everybody. Funnily enough, I had fruit and yogurt for breakfast yesterday. Yeah! Can we talk about the killer yet? I want to hear about it so bad that he woke up this morning absolutely miserable. Darumi, really? No, it's fine. I came planning to talk about it. If you feel like you're ready, Nozomi. Actually, it seems you weren't the only ones who saw the killer last night. Really? Who else saw them? Mistress Hiroko and Shoma, apparently. No fair. I want to see the killer too. I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, but when I stepped out into the hall, I heard someone running. Guys, this is a fucking sick change of pace. Like, I cannot, because it's so good, because now I was gonna say, like, okay, I hope we get some drastic changes from these choices, because I don't want the killings just happening regardless. And this is how you do it. Like, this is bold. Like, it's rare for them to have, like, POV changes. We only got that slightly in second scenario route at the very end, which was very effective, and then on Goodbye Eito route, which was very effective as well. It was dark, so I couldn't fully see, but they were wearing all black and holding a power saw. Yes, and after that, Sir Shoma came to get the rest of us. I was off on my own at the time. I saw the killer in the hall by the cafeteria. Okay, Ponta, hold on. Okay. I went after them, but they lost me. And while I was looking, I heard you scream, Nozomi. Everyone came running to where you were, but Takumi, he was all ready. I tried to explain in as much detail as possible what happened to us that night. Since we got separated, I wasn't sure what Takumi's final moments are like. I had no idea the killer ran off to either. Dang, nobody even saw where the killer went? That's the most important part! There's nothing we can do. We didn't even find any clues. Takumi's cause of death was blood loss due to his wounds from the power saw. Is that correct, Yugamo? I thought I was timed out. No, I just removed your message. Huh? Oh yeah, I believe the murder weapon is exactly what everyone reported they saw. Haha, saw. Are we going to die too? How do we fight against this killer? The killer is human but inhuman. No matter how many times I kill them, they won't stay dead. None of it makes any sense. What the heck, man? You're freaking me out. Just a little quote from somebody somewhere.
Oh. Anyway, it's dangerous for us to be alone. We should probably travel in groups from now on.
Yeah, I think that'd be for the best. Let's make sure we're keeping a close eye on each other at all times. We swore we would stick together to avoid further casualties. But the reality that awaited us was all too cruel. What the fuck? They're skipping the route? The killer took their time attacking us, almost as if they were mocking us. They're skipping the route. Okay, let's see. Oh man, that's a bummer. Those of us still alive huddled together, overwhelmed by despair. And soon, we had reached day 98 in a cold, empty world. New hero could def CG, yeah, I guess. I don't know if I have the time to continue this. I don't know how long this is gonna go for. Hey, you guys need to just fucking stop. I'm gonna kill you guys. Okay. I'm gonna save it here, guys. I apologize. Man, I was so erect at the thought of having Nozomi for an entire end of a route. Like, not an end of a route, but like a good 30 days. And then they just skip everything. What a bunch of dumbasses. Okay, I have no idea why the killings are still happening. It's possible, because okay, let's think about this. The Gi's data was in Takumi's brain. We know the male Gis control corpses and Queen Gis control living organisms. Maybe because it was only the data of the Gi in Takumi's brain, it's possible that maybe the Gi still can control Takumi even after he is dead? Right? I don't know. I don't know. This is so, I have no idea. Like, that's the best I got. Fuck. I also was excited. Yeah, me too, man. I'm a little bummed out that we're skipping this entire thing. I mean, free ending for us, but yeah. I wish I would take a fun and exciting story any day over just a one extra ending in my count. Well, Gis can control data host bodies, so males at least. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was so confused, because what Gi DNA? Like, do we have like a non-binary Gi DNA in Takumi's brain so they can control both him dead and alive? I don't know. Seems like that's the case, though. I would say. It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully. I say it's gonna be interesting, but maybe it won't. Hopefully it will. I'm excited to find out either way what's gonna go down here. And moreover, we have how many choices? I think it was other two choices. It's the kicking the attacker choice, and then wait. No, that's the only choice. And then the other one is to wait. Oh no, that's jump out the window. That's jump out the window. That's right. Okay, so we have two choices here. And in this particular, okay, this can cook, guys, because over here everyone is alive. Everyone is alive here. Takumi hasn't killed anybody yet. And of course, like, this one sounds particularly interesting as well, because this will be a completely different route. This is still Slasher route, though, which I don't necessarily like, because it implies that people are going to die. Yeah. We'll see. Aside for Ava, I mean, yeah, we don't care about her. Anyways, that diversion is interesting, to put it mildly. Yeah, we'll see about it. We'll see about it. We're gonna play it sooner rather than later. Boys, I'm gonna try to do a stream of this on Sunday. I feel like we gotta pick up the pace because our deadline is approaching, and I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable about not being able to finish this game before May 24th. But, yeah. I'm gonna try to do a stream on Sunday so we can pick up the pace and see where things will move from here. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, Monday and Tuesday, I am out of work, so I'm probably gonna do a longer stream of 100 line on Monday, so we have a lot of 100 line moving forward in the next few days, so be ready for that. Yeah. Good day, everyone. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, Xquit, Amoni and Jar, Ponta. You guys rock, and I'll catch you next time with more of this weird-ass game. See you later.